Hi, I'm Sonia. Over the past 25 years as a doctor, I've been fascinated by one big question: what truly makes a person happy? In my professional journey as a family physician, I have seen people of all ages with a variety of ailments. It's easy to think good health alone can make and keep people happy. This is not entirely true. Yes, good health can make your happiness journey easier. However, unhappiness stems from a variety of reasons, such as work stresses, difficult relationships, financial struggles, or having the weight of societal expectations. Sometimes it's grief, unmet goals, or just feeling stuck in life. Do these sound familiar? Here's some good news. I've seen firsthand how people can turn things around and reclaim their happiness. These aren't magic tricks, they're simple, practical changes that anyone, including you, can make starting today. No matter where you are in life, these tips work. So, let's dive in and discover how we can all create a happier life no matter what the challenges. Happiness isn't just a word, it's a feeling, a state of well being. But here's the twist: it's not the same for everyone. Happiness is personal, it's shaped by our health, our mindset, our relationships. So, when we're not happy, it affects not just us, but everyone around us. As a doctor, I've seen just how complex human emotions can be, especially in our never ending pursuit of happiness. Unhappiness can affect people, families, and communities. I want to share some of my views on happiness and a few simple actions one can take to feel this incredible emotion in your own life. It's so important to define what happiness means for you. Here's something interesting. For a baby, happiness can be as simple as the comfort of a mother's touch. We've all been there, though we can't remember those times when happiness was more of an instinct. However, as we grew, our needs and wants multiplied. And with that, the challenge of finding happiness, which became more of a learned behavior as life events became more complex. So, where do we start? Well, happiness isn't just for one stage of life, it's for everyone, from kids to adults. Let's dive into some simple steps to take care of ourselves and give ourselves a better shot at true happiness. I have compiled all my learnings about happiness in a creative way and stored it safely in a treasure chest. Let me open my treasure chest of happiness and release its secrets. You must be wondering what these random objects from my treasure chest mean and how they could help. Each of the 7 objects out of this chest symbolizes one important aspect of overall happiness, and all of them rhyme with the letter E. Yes, the same letter in the word euphoria, which means a feeling of intense happiness. The first object out of the treasure chest was a key. The key to happiness begins with our body and mind. Think of our body as the foundation for creating happiness in our lives. Think about it this way. Imagine our body is like a smartphone. We love it when it works smoothly, right? Well, just like our phones need quality hardware and software, so does our body. Let me list 5 easy things we can improve. First, diet. Let's watch what we eat. I know you've heard this many times, but it's true. What we eat has a big impact on how we feel. A healthy, balanced diet will keep our energy levels up and our minds focused. You may have heard the saying, you are what you eat. Our body is a chemical factory which needs good quality raw material, and so have fresh items in your diet and try to limit processed food. Trust me, it's so simple, but it's a game changer over time. Second, snooze. Get into a good sleep routine. This is the time our factory gets a reset. The cool down. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Good sleep can do wonders for our mood. So let's find a bedtime routine that helps us relax and sleep. Third, activity. Human beings were designed to have a physically active life. Our modern living can often be sedentary. Incorporating some form of physical activity is crucial for optimum health. Try and develop an exercise routine that works for you. Even a simple 20-minute walk a few times a week can make a huge difference. This is because exercise releases endorphins, our body's natural mood boosters. Fourth, avoid addictions or harming your body with habits like smoking, recreational drugs, and excessive alcohol. If you are struggling with any of these habits, try and break free. There's a lot of help out there to make a change. Fifth, seek prompt health care. Take care of yourself by treating illnesses promptly. Whether it's a physical illness or mental ill health, do get help early. There is a wrong belief that someone with ill health cannot be happy. Some of my most impactful learnings are from ill patients who have taught me how, despite all that's going on in their lives, one can bravely strive to be positive. This optimistic attitude eventually helped them in their recovery. The second object out of my treasure chest was a me emoji. Let's dive into the me concept of happiness, which refers to prioritizing self-love. Sometimes we get so caught up in meeting others' expectations or pushing ourselves too hard that we forget to care for ourselves. Remember the advice we are given in an airplane. When there's a drop in cabin pressure, put on your oxygen mask first before attempting to help others. Don't forget, the most important person to attend to in pursuit of your happiness is yourself. There is limited time, so let's manage it wisely. It's okay to decline activities that drain your energy. Saying no can create room for what genuinely makes you happy. Take control of your life, not by trying to be a people pleaser or competing with others, but by focusing on pursuing what matters to you. Though we live in a fast-paced digital age, try to limit screen time and find ways to enjoy the real world beyond the screen. Remember to spend time on what recharges you. Whether it's reading a nice book, listening to music, gardening, dancing, or just having a quiet moment to relax. Happiness often comes from learning to enjoy your own company. And most importantly, we should remember or remind ourselves to be kind to ourselves. There are days when things don't go as planned. Instead of criticizing yourself, treat yourself with the same compassion you'd show a friend. Remember, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Define your own reality, set your own goals, and forgive yourself if you feel that you're falling short. When you start to forgive yourself, then it becomes easier to forgive others. The third object out of my treasure chest was a V emoji. The we concept of happiness is very interesting because happiness isn't just about me, it's also about we. Humans are social beings. The quality of our relationships is important in influencing how happy we feel. The people we love provide a strong support system of happiness. Being part of different social groups and networks play a huge role in how happy we feel. Studies show that people with strong social connections tend to live longer and feel happier. So nurture those relationships and friendships. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple text message, a quick phone call, a chat over coffee, or creating similar opportunities to meet up with friends and family can make a big difference. We are social creatures, and having people who uplift us is essential. Show appreciation. When was the last time you told a friend or family member how much they mean to you? A little gratitude goes a long way in strengthening the bonds and making both you and the other person feel good. If you're looking to expand your circle, consider joining groups that align with your interests. Whether it's a hobby group, a volunteer organization, or a sports team, connecting with others can add depth and joy to your life. The fourth object out of my treasure chest was a bee. I was in my garden the other day and enjoyed watching a cute honeybee gathering nectar from a flower. The bee was so focused on what it was doing that nothing else happening around it mattered. The honeybee did not seem to worry about yesterday's flowers or tomorrow's garden. It was fully absorbed in the joy of the moment, focused only on the flower it was visiting, purely living in the present moment in time. Fact is, happiness isn't about having a problem-free life. It's about enjoying moments in our life's journey, living in the present, just like a honeybee, enjoying each moment of gathering nectar in a beautiful garden. We are at risk of blocking our own happiness if we spend too much time overthinking or analyzing every little detail about the past and future. Be aware of the moment and enjoy the feeling that each moment brings. Studies show that being in the moment can reduce stress and help us savor the simple joys in life. So, be like the bee, focused, present, and enjoy each moment as it comes. The fifth object out of my treasure chest was the letter E, which refers to elasticity. There is meaning in asking you to develop qualities like an elastic band. Life is full of ups and downs. It's the ability to recover from each setback that keeps us grounded in happiness. You could stretch an elastic band in any way you want, but once you let go, it snaps back to its peaceful, resting state. When challenges come, try to see them as opportunities to learn. Think about it. An elastic band stretches, but it doesn't break. It bounces back every time, just like we should when life stretches us with challenges. People who are resilient recover faster and learn from their experiences. Just like an elastic band, they don't snap under pressure, they recover and keep going. Some call this behavior grit, which refers to the perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Reframe challenges. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, view them as chances to grow. Even though you can become like an elastic band and develop grit, having a strong support system of family and friends makes it so much easier. Being adaptable to difficult situations helps us find joy in any environment we find ourselves in. However, we should be mindful of influences that can stretch us too far or attempt to break us. These are occasions when your support networks can be a safety net. The sixth object out of the treasure chest was the word see, which refers to the way we see the world around us. Learn to see the world wearing your rose-colored spectacles. Rose referring to optimism, seeing the good, filtering out the bad. Everything is a matter of perception. Seeing the glass in your hand, which has some water in it, as being half full rather than half empty, makes a difference. A positive mindset can change everything. This doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means training yourself to see the positive in every situation. The world may not be fair and balanced. However, one can always focus on the brighter side of life, and that can make a huge difference in how we experience happiness. Happiness isn't about what you have. It's about how you view the world with what you have. People with an optimistic outlook often recover quicker from setbacks. Challenge negative thoughts. Many times, our fears or worries are blown out of proportion. By questioning these thoughts, we bring balance and open the door to optimism. Smile, and the world smiles with you. Smiling and laughter are contagious. So let's always see positive aspects in this world and make the best of our lives. The seventh object and the last object out of my treasure chest was the letter V. This refers to our ability to visualize a future where we are occupied doing activities that are meaningful to us. Let's visualize our life's purpose. How do you see your future in the way you feel rewarding and happy? Do not let others define your future. Seek advice widely, but do what matters to you. Knowing where you're going and what drives you gives life meaning and direction. Spend some time reflecting on what you value most. When your actions align with these core values, life feels more meaningful. Set goals and remember, they don't have to be big and complicated. Small, achievable goals can bring just as much joy, whether it's learning a new skill, volunteering, helping someone in need, or simply doing something that makes you proud. Having a purpose, even a simple one, makes each day more fulfilling. Think of purpose as your inner compass. It points you in the right direction and gives you the motivation to keep moving forward. Your purpose could come from many sources: your family, personal goals, your job, a hobby, or even just helping others. When we feel that our lives have purpose and meaning, it adds depth to our happiness. Helping others is a powerful way to find purpose. Studies show that volunteering actually releases feel-good hormones, giving us a sense of fulfillment that's hard to match with any medication. Irrespective of your age, finding ways to serve others can keep that sense of purpose alive. Too much unproductive time can reduce happiness, so keep yourself engaged and avoid activities of low value that drain your energy. Take a moment to ask yourself, what are the projects that I should keep focused on? When you have an answer, you'll find that happiness often follows. Remember, when you have a clear vision about your future goal, then your mission to accomplish this becomes easier. I'm so glad that you let me share these learnings with you. Let's make a new beginning and let's start with small, easily achievable goals. There are 7 days in a week. So perhaps we could spend a little time each day working on just one of the 7 factors that I spoke about, which can aid our pursuit of a happy life day after day. How about Monday for key, Tuesday for me, and so on? Sunday would be a good day to visualize your future the way you want it to be. So, I hope you're ready to take these simple steps towards a happier life. If you're on this journey, leave a comment below and let's spread happiness together. If you've already found ways to be happy, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please do share with everyone you know and subscribe. Thank you.